Off to a great start already with audio issues. Fantastic. Let me go ahead and fix this and make life better for everyone. Hello. Ironic that we're missing one La Sombra and already starting with tech issues. That's interesting. Someone's not telling me something. Welcome back to the Book of Saints. I'm your storyteller for tonight, Gilbert Ramos. Have no announcements save for the fact that we will be missing our lovely Wesley West Jones. He will be missed. We'll see what happens while he's gone, though. That being said, we do have some other Cainites to meet. Let's do that, shall we?
Hello there. I am Jason DORN, and I'm happy to be here for this session, and I'm glad to try and figure out how things are gonna go.
Hey, what's up? It's TREY. I don't know what, Jason is so curious about. It's going to go however Caine says it goes. I'll be sure of that.
I don't even know how to follow that up, but Victor BELLSHANE. I'm just ready to finally get set on a path.
Well said. I'm interested to see what path this pack walks. Being called the Saints, I can only imagine that they'll do whatever path they choose with zealotry, with pride of Caine. That being said, there's no more reason to delay. Let's jump into tonight's episode of Book of Saints. Any of you, and all of you, may choose to give a recap in this moment. I see several candidates that would fit well. Pass it over to you, gentlemen.
Start us off, Victor.
You said for me to start us off, or you asked if you could start us off?
Oh my God. Okay. So just give me a starter point. Just give me. Okay, at the start of it.
My grandpappy popped up.
Yeah, it would be perfect for you right now, but don't worry. All right. Oh, we started off last session with Victor being manhandled by his granddaddy. A couple weeks ago, same night though, you would know that Victor was took by an elderly gentleman through some oblivion magic and transported into maybe, I don't know, darkness, oblivion itself. I don't know. But they had a heart to heart. They talked about stuff, Victor's mom and just random things, and he said he wants to meet the family. He wants to meet the new pack that Victor has, and the remnants of Maria's old pack, to make sure, Victor doesn't tarnish the name any further than he already has. But they went on about their day, making their way back to us. In the meantime, over back at the house, help me, Jason. What was happening at the house? Y'all trying to torture some torpor dude, or what was happening?
We were preparing our little arrangements with a body we were hoping to revive and possibly gain some information from. But, we were just having a bit of a moment, having difficulties waking him back up. It wasn't really working out, so we tried going back over to you and we're like, hey, you want to join us on a little escapade, maybe get some ghouls, and maybe have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because y'all tried to wake the torpor body and realized y'all blood count wasn't enough. Y'all came up short on that endeavor.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well,
so, a little jink in that little plan, so it didn't work out.
So yeah, they came to TREY. TREY was studying in his room, like the good lad he is. And Eventually, his friends, companions came over, and like Jason said, let's go do some cartel, let's go do some hood rat shit, basically. And we was like, all right, let's go. So we started walking out. And then lo and behold, what? Yeah, senpai and grand senpai walked through the door. They came in. We was up the stairs. Waited, hesitated a little bit. Then Derek came down, and it was like, hey, welcome home, everybody, and just an awkward conversation. And then we went straight into school. Grand senpai, did. He was like, hey, Caine, what's the how many laws did Caine have? I don't know. Wesley, you're trash. Victor, anything? TREY, hey, you're MVP here. Just typical stuff. Eventually, he gave a break. We, read the book a little bit. He gave us a lesson in school, and I think that's where we left off, pretty much.
I love how the recap turned into a semi-roast.
It always seems to be that way when I choose a player.
It's facts. That's all it is.
It's a nice flavor, as if the character itself is giving their account of events. It's always nice.
I didn't speak any lies. I'm just...
Tonight, we close. We close on verse. We close on teachings. We close on inspiration. Victor's grandsire made sure that these were the final thoughts before you all went back down for the day's sleep. Is there anything anyone wants to do before they rest for the day?
I want to make sure that Mashenka's okay, since she kind of got crapped on by Grandpappy.
Go to her and check on her. She's all right. She knew that she was unfit to be Pack Priest, at least for the time being. This reaffirms her previous thoughts. You had previously spoken with her and let her know that whenever she's ready, she may take up the role again. This has shown her that she still has a long way to go. Anyone else?
How much time do we have? Do I have a little bit of time?
About an hour.
Damn.
Well, for you, you have 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay, that should. I want to dig a grave in the back. All right. I want to dig a grave so I can sleep in, and I'm gonna dig that first, and then I'm gonna go out and hunt. Fill myself on animal's blood, and then before nightfall, have Derek help me and bury myself in the earth. Yeah.
I really don't think Derek's gonna help you with that, but
give me a roll, TREY. It's not that Derek is necessarily unable to help you or unwilling to help you. It's just that he's pretty against manual labor.
I'll pay. The hole is already filled. All you have to do is cover me. I mean, it's already dug. All you have to do is push the dirt over me and make sure I don't get burnt by sun.
Derek kind of raises an eyebrow. How much are we talking?
How much you want?
Elden Ring?
The game?
Yeah, I don't have it yet.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm talking like deluxe edition.
Sure. Yeah. I'll get that for you. That's
deal.
All right. In his head, he's like, damn, Victor's strict. God, Elden Ring, that came out so long ago.
TREY, you fill yourself with animal's blood. You drop down to 1 if you so choose.
man, yes, because you can't go to 0, can you?
Correct.
Yeah, damn. All right, yeah, I'll drop down as low as I can to 1.
Understood. And you are buried. This TREY is buried. Derek kind of looks down at you, TREY, and says, "You sure this is what you want?" Like, he's left a little bit of space before he started to fill the area where your head is at. This is kind of a lot, don't you think?
It is. I know I'm claustrophobic. Just hurry up. Let's do this.
All right. Begins to shovel the dirt back over you once more. Soon.
Don't let me die.
You don't breathe. You start to pack the dirt. Jason, is there anything you'd like to accomplish before bedding down for day?
I was just wondering, do we have to have a printer?
Derek might.
I'm gonna check that because I kind of want to print out some pages for like the little book of Nod we got, so I can read on my own time too.
Do you check with Derek, or do you just go straight to his room?
I'm gonna check with Derek. I don't think he'd like it if I just went to his room.
You find him outside burying TREY.
Should I question this, or are you?
He asked for it, and that's not what it sounds like.
That sounds right.
Like he literally asked for it. It wasn't like this isn't like a traitor thing.
You want? No, I'm not getting on your bad side. I was just wondering if you had a printer.
I'm not just there's a printer upstairs. Fuck you.
Yeah, all right. Yep. I didn't see anything. Thank you. Oh, you don't mind if I use it, right?
Yeah, go for it. I just there might be a couple of extra jobs loaded onto the printer, so just if it pops up saying, giving you an option to print those, then yeah, print those for me, please.
Yeah, of course. All right. Be back. I'm gonna go print that book of Nod real quick.
Scanning and printing the Book of Nod.
Yep, I want one of my own.
Interesting.
Maybe an additional one for, like, Papa.
Takes a lot of time, and you have to do a lot of care. You won't be able to print the entirety of the Book of Nod here. But you get at least the chronicle of... Well, it depends on where you really wish to start. One of the chronicles. Secrets, Shadows.
Let's start from the start and do the Chronicles of Caine.
Understood. Do this. Eventually, you all find a place to rest. Eventually, you are all dead to the world. In day sleep, it is quite uncommon for Cainites to dream. But it has been known to happen on occasion. Victor, you are racked with nightmares most nights. In this, you find yourself reliving the moments. It always starts the same. Your hand around David's throat, taking his life. It is no different tonight. After that moment, it fades to another scene, as it usually does. Sometimes you relive it over and over. Others, you remember charging in, watching fresh shovelheads die. You relive moments of Joseph's betrayal. You relive moments, the moment Maria whispered finally in your mind as she gave a last push to take your form. Now it fades into something else. You're in a desert. You're alone. You're walking. Nothing more. Jason. You're in a desert. Alone. And you're walking. The two of you. Alone. Yet sharing this. You reach a cave. Where a woman waits. You're alone. Alone with this woman. Trey. Your sleep is different. You are not alone. You dream of your father, of your mother, and of your brother. You dream of the first times, the longest memory. Oldest father. You sing praises to the one above. And he calls for sacrifice. And so your family prepares sacrifices in the land of Nod. Each of you take up your own way. The instructions are clear. You give the first part of all that you have. You gather fruits, the sweetest of grasses, delicious, sweet things. Your brother gathers animals. The youngest, the strongest. You lay down your sacrifices. You're struck by harsh words, a curse. Your sacrifice is unworthy. You have displeased the one above. Father makes no mention of it. Only that there will be others. And that jealousy can't take root in your heart. Anger and rage. None of that should stay. You look at your brother, his sacrifice was met with love. You don't feel jealousy. You don't feel rage or anger. You understand. When the time comes for sacrifice again, you know just what to take. You don't bring your youngest or your sweetest animal. You know that the one above would not want them. with your father presiding over, calls out as you make your sacrifice. You don't understand why. You, with tears of love and sharp things, drive a spear into your brothers. Jason and West fall dead to the ground. Victor's voice ringing out, "No." The blood covers the altar. It smells sweet as it begins to burn. You are not cursed, Trey. You do not hear the one above's voice. Victor and Monique stand side by side watching as the blood burns. You do not hear the one above's voice casting you out of Nod. You hear someone else's voice. It's sullen and dark. It speaks in a whisper, yet commands your attention. It speaks and says, "And yet I will root out the bad seed. I will weed out the worst of you. I will prune my dark tree in the manner that my father Adam taught me." The three of you rise the next night. Trey, you rise first. The dirt is gone. You rest now in a hole. You're the first to rise. Please give me a rouse check.
Bell.
Roll it again.
Success.
You rise tonight, Trey, with only one hunger.
I'll take that.
What do you do, Trey?
Was it like Derek took it, or is like as if I was never like buried or something?
The dirt is gone. Derek's hole was, your hole. You had begun the hole itself. You dug a grave, 6 feet deep. It's a little bit off in certain dimensions. It wasn't like you had a lot of time. But this looks as if someone has taken a perfect rectangle and slotted it out. The dirt is gone. There is no leftover dirt.
I would. I don't know. That's weird. I'll go inside.
You have an hour before everyone else rises, Trey.
Yeah, I'll go inside, check on everybody, maybe stare a bit too long at Wes and Jason, and then go back to reading.
Understood. Victor, Jason, you are next to rise. Please give me rouse checks.
1 success.
Results of your roll, Victor.
Sorry, I was muted. Success.
Excellent. The two of you in your rise. This dream didn't feel that long. But you rise, and the last thing you had seen before you woke was her face. Pale, beautiful, with dark hair. In a flash, it's gone. You rise. Your hunger is abated. What levels of hunger do you rise with?
I was at 0 before. Do I still have 1 hunger?
No. You rise with 0.
0 as well.
Do I need to roll for the beginnings of my dream?
You don't.
Righty.
In fact, you rise, and normally that's the first thought. Surprise yourself when it's not. It's distant. The three of you are awake. You can hear the movements of your pack throughout the house. It's your scene, gentlemen. Victor, Jason, what would you like to do?
I think I'm going to stay in my room for just a little bit and try to recall as much of the dream as possible. Think about what it means.
Jason, what about you?
I'm gonna get up, walk around the house, make sure everything is nice, secure. No one tried breaking in, nothing like that.
Everything seems secure. Everything seems fine. Victor. Roll me either your intelligence and your wits and occult. You may feel free to rouse the blood. You may feel free.
Yeah. That failed. Now I have 1.
Hunger stirs as you reflect on your memories.
Four successes.
4 successes. Reflect on what it could mean. You try to pull back everything that you can. It wasn't just the desert and the woman. You realize you'd already forgotten. You dreamt of a city. You dreamt of a haven where you walked freely. An old city. The first city. 4 successes. Afraid it's still difficult to tell what it could all mean.
is going to interpret that as that's what he's going to remake.
Understood. With you remaining in your room and reflecting for a moment, Jason, Trey, what would the two of you like to do? Trey, you know that you rise about an hour before everyone else. It's been about an hour. You've been reading.
Yeah, I'm gonna look over, see what time it is. I'm like, where the fuck is? Where's everybody at? So, and I'm gonna get up and start making some noise. Hey, where's everybody at?
You walk through the house with this. Jason, you hear him.
I'm coming through the back door. Yeah?
Oh, okay. Usually I hear everybody up and about by now.
Oh, yeah, you know, I was just walking around the place. You got that little hole in the back? Like, where'd you put all the dirt? I'd like to fill it back up, but, like...
No, we gotta ask Derek.
Fair enough, alright. I ain't gonna question it. Derek does what he does. So, yeah.
Where's Senpai at?
Honestly, I have not seen him. I think he might still be in his room.
Did Granddad sleep here? Or
I honestly don't know. I think he left, but I don't know, man. He could show up at any moment.
Well, let's go.
Yeah,
let's go see what Victor's up to.
Yeah, let's go get Senpai.
Oh, now you're saying Senpai.
You know what? I might as well.
He was okay. All right. We'll go to Victor said you sleep down in the basement, right? With everybody else, or do you have a room?
Yeah, we all got our own rooms.
Well, I mean, these nerds sleep in the basement, but okay, I'll go see your room then. Yeah, and knock. Don't want to barge in, you know.
Would enough time have passed for me to have finished the reflecting that we were talking about, or would I still be doing it?
Of reflecting of the dream.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be coming to your conclusions right about now.
I'll be down in a minute.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, fuck. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go feed the dogs, I guess.
Yeah, good point. I'm gonna keep reading this little book before Granddad shows up again.
Trey, you see that Jason has a packet of papers in his hand.
What is that?
Printed out some extra for the little book and nod. I may as well read them. It's only the Chronicles of Caine, but you know.
You print it out like they have it online?
Well, like I just kind of put it up to the printer and then other side, you know.
Do you know how old that book is? The binding on that book?
It's lasted this whole time.
Because people cared for it. They didn't just put it up against a glass screen.
I mean, it was kind of
they don't even let you take pictures of the Mona Lisa. And you over here just did 80 years of radiation in 2 minutes.
Oh, wait, hold up. Doesn't every one of these packs have one of these books? So it can't be that rare.
From what I remember, no. I don't think this is a common thing.
Okay, well, now we have all of this section right here. I can put that in a new binding, and then we got a new little book, you know?
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, the mass production has to be done some way.
Yeah, the Bible they're printing out, they're binded. There's stuff in there, you know?
I can't exactly go get the book and not on eBay.
Well, no, but if you're gonna... I mean, I started transcribing. I mean, show some a little respect. Like, come on, man. Don't.
We live in a modern age. Like, I know you ain't that old. Like, come on, man. We live in a modern age.
It's respect, Jason.
Well, now we can just print this little part right here, and we can now just get that out, and no more damage would ever come to it. You know? Would it really be 80 years? Like, come on.
I don't know. Okay, I mean, maybe I don't know how I feel about it, but I don't like it. But okay.
All right, I won't do it to the rest of the sections. Okay.
I mean, I can't stop you from doing it. It's not. This isn't mine.
You, I will stop.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna read over this.
Victor, you finish your reflections. You feel free to join your pack.
Yeah, I'm assuming I would walk out in the middle of this discussion they were just having.
Just about, yes.
I'm just gonna shake my head and keep walking.
Oh, senpai.
Oh, see, he doesn't have a problem with it. He's got super hearing. I'm sure he heard what we were talking about.
I mean, is that okay?
Don't
the
know.
pages are kind of bent.
I've never heard of anybody doing it.
Well, you know, how else were they supposed to get new books? Does everyone just transcribe these, just write down each word?
That's what they did back in the day.
Most of the priests memorize it and transcribe.
That's a long ass time. Damn. I'm just saying, you know, modern age. Yeah, we could just put this on the internet, you know, just like.
No.
What? Okay, who's really? A bunch of kind are gonna see it and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome." Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, that was the same thought that Nos had with ShrekNet. No.
I think you need to read a little bit more, and you'll know why we shouldn't do that.
Yeah, fine enough.
Hey, so what's on the docket today? What are we doing? What you want us to do?
Yeah, any ideas, boss man?
No. I have no plans. I assumed
Alfonso
that he would be
emerges from the basement.
Yep.
Tonight we reaffirm your faith, not only in Caine, but in one another. Shanka emerges from the basement as well, holding the chalice that you had first drank from one another with. As I stated last night, unity cannot happen until you are all unified.
When was the last? We did this like last week, right? Like in game, in universe.
It's been about a week, yes.
Yeah. Maybe a bit less than a week, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm down to do it again.
Yeah, always.
Are we doing that now or just later tonight?
Shanka speaks up and says, I'll begin the process now. We will, when everyone is free, when everyone is ready.
If I may, just throw a suggestion. I look to Senpai to make sure it's okay to speak. So I've been reading a little bit, and I feel like Wes might have been on to something yesterday, a little bit. We need to like mark our territory. our domain more apparent, you know.
What do you suggest?
Well, it says like what is it? What domain? All right. As I turned into the page, right? It says here, all will present themselves when entering, and thou shalt protect them in turn. Okay. By right, you're allowed to hunt within bounds. Thy domain is blood, and accept its responsibilities. But it says that we need to mark our territory so others will know that this is our territory. Because we can't hold people accountable if they don't know they're breaking our territory and we haven't marked our territory yet.
He's got a point.
Just smile across Alfonso's face. Says nothing.
So if there's time, I think we should do what Wes was talking about yesterday and kind of mark our territory. I'm laughing because he's not here. Sorry.
I understood where you were coming from. I meant more so how to mark it.
Oh.
There's lots of different ways that people do it.
Maybe if there's like a symbol we could come up with to represent us, or
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe our initials. At first I was thinking of just writing T, for TREY on stuff.
Gonna go around the city putting T's up on people's random buildings.
Well, I don't know. It'll be like Thieves' Cant, right? Y'all ever play D&D?
Hey.
You fucking nerd. It'll be like
Course.
that. Just put something there. And
How is everybody else supposed to know what that means?
I may have a suggestion. You have the perfect explanation. This symbol. Do you have any idea what it may be yet? Have you come up with any ideas?
I mean, maybe like or something old, something original. Because I'm sure nowadays with Hannah and the Seven, everybody created like new things to represent them, right? Maybe if we go back to like something original. Is there a symbol on the Book of Nod?
There's a symbol for the paths that they choose to follow.
There are old markings, yes. But tread lightly. There's only been one evening. I don't imagine you're unified yet enough to choose a path. Such a declaration and a commitment should not be taken lightly.
Well, maybe we could. Shit.
I mean, we did call ourselves the Saints. We could always just go with something like a cross.
I have frequented the packs of this city. They all are united together, but not as Sabat. We bear no cross, Jason. We bear the Sword of Caine. A writer holds out his hand, gesturing somebody to hand him something.
I'm gonna start looking around to find a pen or pencil.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna go straight to Derek.
You do this. You find a pen. Takes a moment. He takes your pages, Jason. Begins to sort of haphazardly scrawl on the back. Just multiple lines darkening the pages. He draws a symbol. There's a circle with 7, looks like spikes along the edges. It continues and it plunges, it looks like, the hilt, the pommel, and the crossguard of a sword plunging in. This is the Sword of Caine. This was the symbol of our sect. Before elders were called away, before our soldiers sought the Methuselahs and antediluvians in the old places of the world, this is what we rallied behind. It has not been used to rally a city in some time.
I like it.
Then let it be used for us.
Everyone will know what this means. But if you wish to make a statement,
You still got that Camarilla boy up in your room?
Of course.
I vote we use his blood to make the symbol.
big smile across Alfonso's face. How will they know what is his blood is, Victor?
Easy. We start leaving body parts at places too.
Perhaps. But you are called the Saints, are you not?
By ourselves, not by anybody else.
It's time. Kindred, Cainite, and Cain alike. Learn your name, then. I propose you etch these symbols onto his flesh. You leave him outside of the Camarilla's office buildings. Just before sunrise. Let him burn as a mark.
I like the way you think.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right. I'll get him ready in the van and we'll get him transported over if you go with that, Big V.
You said about this task. Notably, Monique and West haven't joined you.
Does anyone know where Monique and West are?
No idea. I know. I'm pretty sure West sleeps in the bed. Was West down there, Jason?
It was when I woke up. I just kind of left.
I'll go check.
He's not there.
Text Monique.
Take it. Mashenka and Alfonso didn't say anything when I asked if anybody knew where those guys were.
Alfonso says nothing. Mashenka lets you know that Monique and West are on a team building exercise.
I would probably just like slowly start walking with her and figure out whose idea was the team building exercise. Just so I know.
Mashenka confesses that Monique and Mashenka went to Alfonso just for some information. They had noticed some disparity between the three young ones. Majority of the of Monique's complaints were that TREY is not up to speed quite yet. Their discussion was about his humanity, his heart. They discussed about the eating animals, and subsisting on animal blood. Alfonso didn't seem to think it was an issue. He quoted the passage that TREY did the night before. Mashenka tells you that Alfonso had said if there was an issue with his behavior, yet it wasn't going against Caine and it wasn't going against the book, perhaps the issue was with the Cainites themselves. So Monique took West to hunt, as TREY does, on animal blood, to learn. The idea was to get Jason as well, but Jason was cuddling up next to a copy of the Book of Nod. And they were trying to do this quickly. And they were taken aback. It shocked them for a moment.
Okay. Cool.
Try
I'll
you
go
text
back.
Monique.
Oh yeah. Hey, is TREY just wondering where y'all were. Follow-up text before she responds. I'm just making sure, just make sure you're safe. I'm not trying to be, sorry, it's probably a little too much.
You see the dots. She begins replying. She says, took West on a hunting trip. There's a picture that accompanies it. sort of a selfie. Thumbs up. Wes is behind her, eating a bunny rabbit. He looks... His nose and his forehead are scrunched up, and he just...
I'll send back deer emojis, and then big game.
You see, she replies with a little rabbit face emoji. It says, "Start him small."
I'll make my way back to the group.
They're fine.
They said they're out hunting. Yeah. Oh, okay. Did y'all already know, or?
I just found out myself.
I didn't, so thank you for letting me know.
Oh, okay.
Trey, do you show them the picture?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll show them a picture.
Oh, well. I'm sure he loves the taste of that.
Victor would definitely be trying to cover up a little snicker.
Mashenka assures you, Victor, in your conversation as well, that they will return in order before the night is over in order to do the vaulting.
Excellent.
It is your scene, gentlemen. You have a task, declaration to do. How would you prepare this?
We don't have any tarps or anything, do we? It's the middle of the night.
Jason,
Oh, you do?
Do you want to tell him?
Oh, hi, we're good. I got everything prepared. Don't you worry, boss.
Alright. I figure we should cut him up here and then take him there.
Oh, sure, yeah. I'd love to. So let's get exact markings on them. Where do you want this?
Everywhere.
Oh, of course. Let's get a big one on his chest. Hey, Trey, you want some help? You want to come help us?
I'll
Yes.
I'll prep the room. Yeah. Where's the tarp?
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. Room is prepped.
Okay.
Everybody grab a knife.
Oh, little family.
Y'all could
Bonding
just tag
time.
team in.
Yeah, bonding
Whenever.
time. There we go.
The room is prepared, gentlemen. Fonzo looks about the basement as you guys prepare to go set about your task. He stops you before anyone makes the first cut. He is unable to speak. Would you like him awake and aware for this? He will survive without his limbs if you leave his torso and his head, his tongue. He can freely speak your name outside of the Camarilla territories.
I don't got a problem with that if you guys don't have a problem with it.
My only concern is if we're fully prepared for the amount of heat that's going to bring from the Camarilla.
I mean, we're leaving our symbol on him.
True.
This one just tells them more of the retaliation for what they did to us earlier.
I want to do it. I want to wake him up.
Fonzo steps back.
I'm gonna cut my hand and basically just shove it against his mouth.
Are we cutting his limbs off first, or?
Oh, he's gonna be awake for, man.
He's tied, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I thought you still had him tied up to the chair and shit.
He is tired.
I'll go wait in a corner, far away, as far away as I can.
You want some earmuffs or like?
Y'all don't notice me. Go about y'all business.
I do. Monique's off bonding with
I'm in the room.
West, so I want you here with us.
Yeah, I'm here.
Everybody's bonding today.
It is bonding time.
Not to be confused with bondage.
Very much. Well, he is tied up.
And is that enough to just cut my hand and shove it into his mouth to fucking
You
kill
do
him?
this, and it seems to be. You see the color return briefly to his face as it becomes less emaciated. Fullness becomes his cheeks. His fingers begin to flex. There's a gag in his mouth last we saw. He begins to look around the room as he's able to freely move once more. Looks panicked.
Good morning.
He tries to scream.
My hand would still be over his mouth.
Alfonso stands back of the room, watching all of this. Trey, you've stepped off to the side. Gentlemen, this is your scene. What happens next?
You're going to deliver a message to your bosses for us. Understand?
Hand still over his mouth, he tries to speak. Seems like it's a swear, a curse.
That's okay, you don't really need to understand. And then I'm going to start carving.
He screams into your palm. Jason, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna look over at Trey, just kind of like, come over here. I'll just like be pointing at Spawn's back, like, come on, just stick it right here.
You do it, Jason.
Okay, sure, I'll start carving, and then you can like saw it out, you know? Come on. It's like
Go ahead.
okay, sure. I'll start on the back.
You start on the arms.
It's like art class.
I wish I would take this more seriously.
It is very serious.
I'll try to do it.
You step forward. Trey, what piece do you take?
What? You say his back?
Yep, I'm on his back.
Oh, you're on his back? Nah, whatever's free, I guess. Maybe a toe. A calf.
You do this. Jason, Victor, you said about your work. Victor, you can't keep your palm over his hand the entire time. This is two-handed work. Mashenka takes part, and you see her begin her craft. She shapes and changes his pieces, his parts as they're being cut away, peeling back flesh with foul Zamishi power. She brings the symbol to rise through veins, muscle tissue. Sword of Caine present on every piece you cut. Art is done here. Take piece by piece by piece. Gentlemen, how many pieces?
Well, we wanted the torso and the head to still be intact.
I feel like we can keep like this much of the arm, you know, we take off the down here. That way you can still put it on his arms. We need to have something to chain him up by, you know?
What, so he doesn't hobble away?
Oh, so it's like, you know, we have more support to just chain him up by, you know? Sure, we can get the meat hooks, but, you know.
Fair. So, 1, 2. So there'd be 2 from each arm and 2 from each leg. So a total of 8 parts.
8 pieces carved, and then the central body, the torso, the head, the tongue. 8 pieces carved.
We're losing humanity.
4 stains, gentlemen.
Fair enough.
Man, I took so long on the first one, I didn't get the second. Like,
You watched it happen, Trey. You heard his screams.
mm,
And that would go on the right side, right? In the unmarked.
Correct. We'll do remorse checks at the end of the session. So, the work is done. Pain is different for Kindred. Pain is different for Cainites. Muted to a point as your nerves no longer function. Perhaps it's the echo of humanity that lets you feel this. But you certainly make him feel this. His pieces are cut. Alfonso sits in the room, rather standing, watching the work. Doesn't speak, he doesn't breathe, he only watches. Small smirk on his face. You are done. This Camarilla dog looks up at all of you and says, "If you're going to kill me, then just do it. You have no idea what's in store for you. This is our city now."
The hell it is. And we're not going to be what kills you.
Ah, yes. Good old Uriel.
do we like want to? I'll whisper this. Do we like want to like give him a chance? Like renounce the Camarilla, or you know?
Not with the words you just spoke after all that. No.
Yeah, I think we're already past that point.
Do we want to get like information out of him, or?
We should have done that while we were doing everything we just did to him.
I mean, now he knows we're serious. So,
It'll be fine. We'll get information out of the next guy when he sees what happened to this one.
that's true.
Okay, sorry.
You're good. And then we're going to start loading him into the van.
Oh, yeah. Get the hooks, get the chains, get everything.
You do this. Shenka stays behind to begin the ritual of the Valkyrie, ready for when you get back. You see Monique and West arrive, walking up the street. Wesley looks dirty, as if he's been filtered through dirt and brush. Nick sees you all loading up body parts and says, "What's all this then?"
We're just sending a little message to our new neighbors.
plus family bonding.
Well, that's good.
Did you have fun on your trip?
We did. We learned a lot, didn't we? Wesley just kind of looks at her, looks at you guys. So I take it we didn't get any information out of this guy, or?
Fun happened a little bit sooner than the question, so you know, nah.
Cool. Cool. Monique speaks up against us. How can we be of assistance?
Your choice. Mashenka's inside preparing for the Volderi. You can help her, or you can come with us. We're gonna leave him in front of the Camarilla's door. Doors, all of them.
What about the Caine?
I mean, that's a good.
Welcome.
It'll,
Well,
it'll be up to the Camarilla at that point to take care of it. It's on their territory after all.
but I mean, it's our responsibility too. You know,
Welcome.
I believe law number 6. Don't reveal what you are to mortals.
We're not. They are.
Yep, it is on their territory. If they do not fix their problem, the children stuff will know.
I'm assuming it'd be pretty late at night. Most Caine aren't going to be out and about right now. Right? Because it would have taken time for us to hack him to pieces.
Would have taken you time, yes. Mexico City is a large city, though. When's the last time you saw Las Vegas quiet?
How close are we to sunup?
Didn't
take you that long. You have several hours.
Well, we could do, because I'm sure Derek has something. We could do it here without alerting, the Caine, and do a video. Derek could just video record it, and then
like
send a tape to him.
I feel like a basically videoed confession is much worse than just leaving him out to get roasted by the sun. Because the video's forever. He'll be roasted by the sun in like 30 minutes or less.
Yeah, but I don't know. Does it send as much of a message?
I don't have the gifts of dominate. Victor. Does anyone else?
Only the most smallest bits, not enough to do anything like that.
We could at least create a cordon, an area. Caine can block the way.
Yeah.
How do you propose we make the cordon?
Use the Caine. Make a circle. Have them use the police if necessary.
Could
Block
That's
the
what I
area.
mean. Like,
car crashes, a few gunshots at an area, maybe distract them, cause people to not actually go there.
do you want to go and dominate some of them, or you want to go ghoul some of them?
I propose we dominate all of them. As many as we can. We need an area to work in.
You got that kind of power.
All I got's making them forget.
Yeah, same.
That's not going to help.
Well, are we talking about the whole territory expansion thing? Are we going back to that?
Just around where you're leaving this thing.
I
But
don't.
I
I
have
don't
been
have.
meaning to go ghoul the police chief anyway, so.
And Nos might have them, but yeah.
I think whatever we do, it's gonna send a message. If we videotape it, I mean, they're gonna know what it is, and then we could just spray paint their building, you know, and then the kind won't know, you know, they'll know.
Yeah, but if we're videotaping it, we should have videotaped the whole process.
That's true. We're kind of past that point.
Okay, I guess. Okay.
I mean,
I like the cordon idea more so than videotaping.
But none of us has dominate.
could do exactly what Victor said and just ghoul police chief and
That takes
have them set it
time.
up.
We can
I
cause
mean,
a
we got-
distraction. I can cause a distraction, lure the police away. Kind in the area is still going to be the issue, but
I mean, there's a bunch of, you know, hooligans around us. We could like bribe them to, you know, do that. You know,
it's true.
maybe.
Shank and I did acquire some plucky young ones last night.
I like the sound of that.
I remember them keeping anybody alive.
They did not.
I mean, it's up to y'all. Just tell me what you want me to do.
I mean, it is up to you, boss.
For civility's sake, yes, we will use your plucky young ones, I guess, to try to draw as many eyes away as possible. If the police are all running somewhere, most people are going to want to go see what it is. We'll do it closer to sunup. We'll actually take him over there. That way he's not there for all that long, just long enough for people, the kindred that are returning home, to see him. And then let the word of mouth spread. Eventually, I don't want us to be hiding in the city. This is ours and it should be ours again.
Well, what you mean?
I mean that we shouldn't have to hide what we are and who we are from the kind.
I'm just no disrespect here, but Cain said we shouldn't reveal our nature.
Well,
I just kind of shriek back, you know, out of nervousness and awkwardness of the quietness.
When he speaks up and says, we should do our due diligence.
Fair.
With the Inquisition on the rise, he is right. We should be careful who we allow to know.
I know he is.
so we could just
That's why we'll go with that plan of luring as many people away as possible.
Yeah.
Post them up about an hour before normal day sleep time. For now, he can just chill in the van. All his bloody little parts. We can go start setting up the distraction.
We'll get to it then. We'll take the other car. Get everything started. Where's Alfonso?
Last I saw him, he was inside.
Mashenka?
Preparing Volderi.
Who wants to ride with me? Be a distraction. Get in the car, boys.
Heck yeah.
She have that ring on?
She does.
Ah, yeah.
Victor, Monique looks to you and says, can you handle this part alone? We'll take some of the pieces, spread them around the town.
Yeah, I got it.
Do we? Ooh. Sorry.
Go on.
I was gonna say a cool idea. You know, it'd probably been cooler if it wasn't body parts, but a cool idea because we go around like a newspaper boy and toss a body part at each of the you know, the Hannah and the Seven, the Warriors, the Nas. We toss them so they'll know, like, it'll be like sending a message not just to the Camarilla, but to the rest of, you know, everybody here that we're here.
I like that.
I don't know if that would be seen as a declaration of war against them, or if it would be seen how we want it as a declaration of unity.
I mean, that's up to them to decide, right? I'm just saying Hannah and the Seven kind of does a lot of things Caine said not to do. Those church boys are pretty nice. The Warriors, I don't know much, but at the very least, it'll show them we're not fucking around.
And it'll definitely help spread the parts around.
I mean, we could always, if we're like worried about that, we can always just put a note on, around, or inside the body part.
Carving into the arm.
Alfonso
And we
said
already
that we
burnt down
needed
the
unity.
Nas.
If they take it as unity, great. If they don't, then they'll either learn or die.
I like it. Let's do it.
Yeah, let the dumb perish.
Make sure to drop one at the Nos too.
Oh, absolutely.
They take a sack of the parts. The 2 vehicles on your own. Monique takes Jason, Trey, west. Victor, you're left alone. Parts are spread throughout the city. Jason, Trey, is there anything you'd like to discuss as this is going on?
Make sure the hands, right? The hands are flipping them off.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? That's an amazing idea. I like how you're thinking. I'll tape them up so that the middle finger's sticking out.
But I'll make sure we only these are for what? The Warriors and the Nas.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm sure the Warriors will like it, and the Nas will be pissed off about it.
Or think it's funny. I thought it was funny.
I think it's funny.
Throughout the city, a kindred's parts are littered. Marks of territory marks of unity for the packs. Victor, you set out alone. Do you take the motorcycle or do you take...
I'm carrying the main body. I don't think I should be carrying that sack.
You could always just backpack him. But you are right, it would be smarter.
Nah, we'll do the motorcycle because it's faster getaway.
Understood. Spread throughout our city, our Cainites make their mark. A distraction is to be caused. Monique takes the two of you, plus Wesley, toward a small office building, abandoned. Here you see her command gang members. Young, impressionable men and women. A distraction is to be caused. War in the streets of Mexico City. You learn that she gathered information. Trey, when you saw her that night, she was pressing information about where Victor was. The people she killed were under the thrall of the Nosferatu. As such, they were supposed to be privy to information. And indeed, they were. Not the information she needed at the time, though. But these people that are now gone gave her some locations of Nosferatu holdings. The young gang members will be causing a distraction by torching those buildings. They are handed some of the parts to leave near the ruins and the ashes. Victor, you ride through the city. You eventually reach Camria office building. You have your task. You see people in police cars rushing throughout the city, struggling to put out fires, fighting with gang violence. How do you complete your task?
You described the front entrance of the office building for me.
There's a plaza. Open space, a small fountain. Not anything like those in Italy or Germany or anything like that, but there is a small fountain with some modern art.
I'm going to chain him up to the fountain. That way he drips into it too, so the fountain will hopefully turn red before they get him down.
You do this. Is he gagged?
Yeah. Don't need him screaming to alert everybody that I'm there.
You do this. Now, Mashenka left the mark on his chest, the Sword of Caine emblazoned on his torso. Is there anything you want to add or leave? As you chain him up, he doesn't seem to be anyone in the plaza at the moment.
No, I think that says enough.
Understood.
And he knows who we are. So if they get to him before the sun does, he can tell them.
Understood. You leave him screaming into the gag.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Can I carve saints underneath it?
You absolutely can. You may also feel free to do so on his forehead, if you're looking for a little bit more of a blank canvas.
Oh, I thought we put the symbol on his forehead too.
Symbol on his chest.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Understood. Take a long fingernail and begin to write, carving into his flesh. You scrape against the skull. Saints. Trey, Jason, and Wesley. Monique drives quickly, rushing toward the plaza. You all arrive as you see Victor getting on top of his bike again. You see the torso pinned to the fountain, gnashing his head left and right, blood dripping into the fountain. Victor takes off. Monique follows behind. As you all return, the message for now is quiet. You expected more. This was done quickly, quietly. The city is in light turmoil. Fires, gang violence. There's no war in the streets, not for you. It's a bit anticlimactic. You all arrive back at home. To the welcome arms of Alfonso and Mashenka. Mashenka presents the chalice. She recites a verse. She begins to spill her blood. Victor, do you contribute to the chalice?
You indeed.
Jason, do you?
Of course.
Trey?
Yeah.
Monique, of course, contributes. Wesley, I'll leave for when he finally returns with us. But for now, we'll leave it ambiguous. Alfonso does not contribute. Now, an even more important question. Victor, do you partake?
Of course.
Jason, do you?
Of course.
Trey?
Yes.
As you all do this, I'm going to need that remorse check we talked about earlier.
So explain to me how to do
Yeah,
how to
could
do
you
this
please
again.
What is your humanity
Yes.
level?
I believe it's 7 or 6. 6, 7.
So you took 4 stains, leaving your humanity track full. You'll be rolling 1 dice. Jason?
I have 6 humanity. Humanity track is full.
You'll be rolling 1 die. Victor?
I got 3 die, because I only have 3 humanity.
Then by all means, roll your dice, gentlemen.
And if I fail, I get 4 dots.
You lose a single dot of humanity if you fail. If even one success comes up, then you...
I only get 1 freaking die.
I got one. Exactly one success.
I got success.
Ah.
I found.
Yes!
Trey, everyone may erase all stains. Jason, Victor, you're hardened to this. This needed to be done.
Prune the weak.
Trey, you'll be losing a point of humanity as your beast has won tonight. So you all drink from the cup and reflect. We fade away from the city. We fade away from this house. We go forward in time as you complete the Valdery. As Mashenka's words echo over by that fountain. We see kindred stream out, looking up toward the symbol that you left. As the words echo, Cain will return and call his children to the meeting place. The sight of the first city, he will beckon them sitting on his basalt throne. And Cain will call aloud the names of those to be destroyed, for their crimes are too great. And that is where we'll close tonight's session of Book of Saints. We thank you for joining us. We hope you'll join us again next weekend. I, of course, have been your storyteller, Gilbert Ramos. Do you have anything to plug, gentlemen?
Nope.
Nah.
Negative.
And allow me to invite you next weekend. We will be streaming again Book of Saints every Friday, 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time over on twitch.tv/rollingnomads. You can find us running a closing out of Like Kindred Come every Sunday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So, Fridays that's Sabbat. Sundays we have whatever the hell that Kindred Come has become. And then, of course, not this weekend, but next weekend, we will be returning with Scion 2nd Edition, our Scion Chronicle, Scion Godsend, Season 2. We have Titans, we have Mythos, we have Gods. It's going to be a crazy dynamic. It's going to be quite interesting. You can find us over on Twitter to keep up to date with our goings-on and our late starts, our additional showings and programming to our channel over on twitter.com under the name @_rollingnomads. It's the best way to keep up to date with us and all the things we're doing. And as for these episodes, you can find them on YouTube, youtube.com/rollingnomads. You'll find Book of Saints and Scion Godsend episodes, able to catch up and keep up to date with us. And soon, we'll be adding D&D to our roster after the Kindred Come is complete. Me, myself, I am, as I said, Gilbert Ramos. You can find me everywhere on the internet, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all of the social media things under the name @RamosTheNomad. I have a plane to catch. So, I wish you all a wonderful night, and hope you join us again next weekend, or rather next Friday. Just remember, it's best to join us every week because Gehenna will soon be upon us. We'll see you next Friday. Same time, same place, same Cainites. We'll see you then.